Welcome back to the Forward Moves podcast, a place where we talk about all things business branding and systems for your fitness business. I'm your host, Ash.
And I'm your co-host, Kira. And today we are going to be giving just an overall training app updates, a couple of notes on what they've got coming, and just to give a brief overview because we haven't spoken about training apps in a little while. So I just want to touch base on a couple of them, and we'll go over a little bit about what they've done in case you weren't sure of things that your training app might have done and that you've got access to.
Yeah,
so
surprise. Let's go.
We're going to just kind of quickly talk through them because we've spoken about all of these apps previously in the past. So I think it'll be good just to be like, this is what they've done. This is actually something that we've seen that's coming soon, or they've told me that's coming soon.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Love a system.
We love a systems update.
How long has it been since we've done systems updates?
I think the last one I did was that HubFit one. The one it was training up updates, and we spoke about HubFit. So it's been a while.
Guys, we are getting more dedicated. We have literally messaged the training apps to be
message them.
Send us your updates.
Yeah, we are getting on top of them. I'm like, hey, you want us to talk about your features?
Yeah.
Let us know what they are. And I will just say that the only person who didn't reply to me, actually two didn't reply,
Trainer Eyes.
Kahunas and Trainer Eyes did not reply to me.
Well,
so
Trainer Eyes had an auto response on.
Yeah, which I get because I guess they don't want coaches messaging them on Instagram all the time. But anyway.
Last night I got notifications. It was like MSB's liked your message. I was like, what? Instagram. It's like a roulette. So many of us have access to it. It's like, who's on Instagram today?
Who's talking to that? I always sign off on with my name. If you get a message from Ash, it won't have anything about her name. I sign my name off because whoever else is on it, I like to let them know that I'm the one messaging.
It's really funny because I have a couple of clients on my personal and Forward Moves page. And one of them who I speak to on my personal account messaged us on the Forward Moves page and was like, hey, do you do T&Cs? And I was like, no, we don't. And I was just like, I must have been really professional. And then she was messaging me 2 days ago. She's like, I was messaging someone on your Instagram. They said you guys don't do T's and C's. I was like, yeah, it was me. And she was like, but you weren't as rogue as you normally are. I was like, no.
That's so funny because me in the Forward Moves chat, if you're messaging and it's really professional, it's probably me or Maddie.
True. Oh, Maddie doesn't respond to messages.
Oh, doesn't she?
No,
oh, okay.
I
was going to say
we haven't thrown her in that deep end yet.
Oh, okay.
We haven't mentioned Maddie on the podcast.
No, we haven't. Well, we might have mentioned her name, but not.
No. We have mentioned that we hired someone, but she didn't start. God, it's been that long since we filmed.
I know. It's been a while.
We have a new marketing coordinator.
Yeah. But we can talk about her in the next episode.
True. Sorry.
Yes, this is a training app update.
Carried away.
Yeah.
You guys want app updates.
Okay, so that's what they're here for, Ash. Okay, so straight off the bat, I have Everfit first on my list. So recently, their updates have been multiple onboarding flows were added, which we have spoken about in creating your challenges and all that sort of stuff. This is kind of things that they sent me just in the last quarter, I guess, a month or so. Form triggers were created. So when somebody goes through an onboarding form, if they tick certain things, you can then create a trigger in the onboarding process to then, depending on what they clicked, it will add them to a different forum or it could add them to a training program.
So nutrition only, training only?
It doesn't do meal plan. You can't add them to a meal plan. You can add them to a program or a community forum. So let's just say someone's home or gym workout and they're coming on board through the passive program, then you could assign them the gym program or the home program from what they select in the onboarding form.
Right.
Or if you've got different forums.
Fancy.
Yeah. Forums, you could add them to if you've got a training and nutrition forum or if you've got a training only forum and you split your clients up like that, depending on what they pick, then they'll get added into that forum.
Right.
Yeah. Then you can now set the countdown goals for clients in their profile on the web app because the clients used to have to set their own goal and
I love that.
Couldn't do it.
I loved that.
Now the coach can do it.
Popped up on the coach's profile, hey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I had a coach that was like, how are clients adding in their countdown and their goals? They're like, I don't understand. And I messaged Everfit and they were like, the client can do it, but you can't do it on the coach app, which I thought was really weird as a feature. But anyway, you can do it on your end now.
I love that.
And then they updated their smartwatch integrations. So it's got live heart rate monitoring throughout their training. It's got new workout tracking and detailed summaries added.
I just drank too much soda water.
Yeah, bubbly. So yeah, that's pretty cool as well. And then they did say that there is a new nutrition feature upgrades coming. They didn't say what, but he said it's pretty good. So
are they fixing the meal plans?
Well, it's a nutrition upgrade. So I don't know exactly what it is, but it is around nutrition. So I would guess they've had upgrades to their meal plans.
They would have got hammered with that
Honestly,
meal planner.
it's one of the reasons I don't recommend Everfit. If someone really wants like nutrition programming, I'm like, you're going to hate it.
Oh, they're just, can someone please fill the gap of meal plans in the market? Honestly.
It's getting there. Okay, that's my Everfit updates. And then
With Everfit, I was going to ask a question. I don't know what I was going to ask. Don't stress. Ignore me.
it's gone. If it comes back, let me know. Let's move into HubFit. Look, honestly, I'm enjoying HubFit more and more. And if you have listened to my HubFit episode, they reached out to us after the HubFit episode and they were like, hey guys, we listened to your episode and we've taken on some of your feedback and we've actually got some of them in the works.
I love that so much.
Right? I was dying. I was like, oh my God, they just listened to me kind of talk a little bit of shit. But
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was like, oh, we need to be careful about what we
but I
say.
did like it.
Well,
overall.
you know what? This podcast is all about being honest, and we're being
Right?
honest.
My honest
we will
opinions.
not badmouth anything. We'll just
No.
be honest about
Yeah,
it.
it's
But
just
in
what I
saying
found.
that, backstory, when we find a training app, we always reach out to them and
Yeah.
say, hey, let's jump on a call. Like, we want to know about your app.
Teach me your app.
And Kira had been trying to, and it kind of fell through. And then
I already emailed them.
Yeah, and then
they
we launched the
didn't reply.
episode, and we were like,
Oh, now you want to talk to me? Because we were like, hey, can we organise a call? And they were like, here's this video. And I was like, I don't want to watch a video.
I honestly think it's because no one does systems the way we do.
No. So I don't think they understood what exactly I was asking for.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was really they were like, oh, we actually saw your email. And I was like, fantastic. So now you have multiple choice on forms. Because you only used to have yes or no on the forms.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't like that. That was one of
Yeah.
my things that I said. Now you got multi-choice. There's metrics also sync with the check-in form to the client profile now, which is really good. A new metrics library was added in. So what you can ask for metrics-wise from your clients. Questionnaires were added. So you can add questionnaires to your onboarding forms, but also say you've got a client that comes on board, they've already done their onboarding form, but then they want to add in meal plans and you've got an extra little questionnaire, then you can add it to their profile so it comes up for a form for them to fill in. So it's an extra form kind of thing. That's not just check-in or initial questionnaire kind of thing. And they did updates to the gallery within the app and viewing data and photos and things like that. So it's a better visibility for like comparing check-in photos and all of that sort of thing. So they did some upgrades around that. And then coming soon, apparently, okay, so they didn't give me too much detail on this, but apparently there's an incredible feature being added to the app. I've just been told to keep an eye out for it.
Fit, if you're listening, please make an inquiry form.
Yeah.
Because training apps need inquiry forms.
Yeah,
that's
that
the
is
limitation.
true.
But if you make it, allow it to be zapped to a mailing list.
Well, they have Zapier integrated into HubFit,
Yeah.
so I'm sure it's possible. But
Because that's the one thing that all, because Kahunas have it, but it doesn't zap.
true.
It only goes into their platform.
theirs, not any external.
Please, we're giving you tips right now.
Someone make it possible. Even I wouldn't say exit forms because
I mean, actually, I was working with a client the other day and we are doing a bit of an audit on her Everfit. And I said, how do you do your exit strategy? And she was an MBA. And she said, I do an exit form on Everfit. And then when I cancel their NUI payment, that's the zap. And I was like, that is
to archive them.
fantastic.
Yeah, that is good.
That is a really
Because I set
great
up a Zap
strategy.
the other day. That was when a payment gets cancelled in NUI, it archives them in Everfit. Keep in mind, you will need to have Zapier paid for if you want to do that.
I just get it.
They do get you. HubFit has Zapier included if you're in like one of their other packages. So if you're the second or third package up, Zapier is included. But yeah, so that's HubFit. And honestly, HubFit's pretty cool. We actually have a few clients coming through business moves that we're setting them up on HubFit.
We are.
I think we've got like 3.
And it was like mid-build. We were like, have you seen this app? And they were like, oh my
No.
God.
And I was like, look, to be honest, I didn't mention it in the systems call that we had because I didn't really know about it yet.
Yeah.
So, and I was still testing it out and I didn't want to recommend it without knowing it. So really exciting. We're going to have some HubFit build outs.
very comparable to Kahuna pricing.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like Kahuna's kind of slid off the face of the earth.
Yeah, to
lately.
be honest, I don't think I even have any updates. Oh, the only update I have for Kahunas is that they have updated their health score data through the wearables of stress, sleep, well-being and anxiety levels that people can track. That's the only update I have from Kahunas.
I find it so crazy how Kahunas was it's just such a trend in this industry. Hey, it was like the best new thing and everyone was on it. And then Everfit's now the best new thing.
Crazy.
It's so like,
Be careful.
dippy. Like, it's
crazy. Hey. Then I have my strength book. I actually have quite a few updates from my strength book. Their biggest one is they now have a coaching mobile app. HubFit don't have a coaching mobile app, by the way, but how it changes like to the mobile view is actually pretty good.
It's horrendously expensive to build a mobile app.
Yes. Yeah. So the HubFit, like using it on the web, like just the web URL, it actually is quite user friendly. Where I know
MSB wasn't that friendly.
my strength books on the mobile wasn't very friendly. So that's in beta testing though. So you can actually apply to be a part of the beta testing for the mobile app. So if you want to test that out, go and apply for it if you want to give them feedback. The other bit in beta testing is a programming quiz tool for your subscription. So they can do a quiz to see which program they should pick on their subscription on the push side, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's not bad.
And then they've just had like overall general improvements in their web app with the light and dark mode. That's now live. So you don't have to have the black MSB.
Black and the green.
I would also like to maybe check with any coaches using my strength book, because apparently they had a big performance improvement in Australia of usability. Any coaches currently using my strength book, let me know if you have noticed improvements, because on their update it says 300% improvement.
I really want to know, because I am still on the boat of don't bring in stuff if you can't fix the speed.
Yeah. So I would like to know feedback. I might reach out to some coaches that use it.
We're just sucked down
and see
here.
how they go.
No
just
good Wi-Fi down here.
Cool. They've also had check-in reviews and overall check-in improvements. So there's new record buttons because they have Loom integrated. So there's new record buttons within the profile that they can record from new spots instead of just the one. And they've added in client and coach notes added into the client profile as well. So you can add in your own notes, and your client can also add in notes as well. They've had integrations to Macros First and Chronometer has been added. And they've also had a nutrition enhancements with the ability to give rest day calories and nutrition plan notes and summary.
I will say something they do really well is I think it's periodization.
Yeah, they do back-end periodization.
And like the planning and stuff. They do that really well.
Yeah, they've got an annual planner and you can plan like all of that. That is really cool. That's all I have for like current updates, but coming soon, they will be bringing in an in-app community chat. In-app meal planner is coming. I don't know how long these things will take, by the way. These are just things they're working on. I'm not in no way, shape or form of the coming soon updates for any apps am I claiming when they will be.
2026.
Dashboards, client goals, custom workflow and automations, onboarding questionnaire, getting started workflow for subscribers, and custom chat and welcome emails.
That's good.
So there are a few of the coming soon that I have for my strength book. And I don't have anything for Coherence or Trainerize. I didn't notice anything over the last months because I normally make notes when I see them as well.
I do have one improvement for Trainerize.
What?
Branding. Why does it take so long?
Oh, I was like, that's not an improvement.
Custom branding.
Look, sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're slow. It's honestly 50-50 chance.
What about consistency?
Well, that's not consistent.
Yeah. I mean, fix the consistency.
Yeah. The only other updates I have for Nui, you can schedule pauses and cancellations in future. So a client, if they come to you and they're like, hey, I need to pause from this date to this date, you can schedule a pause or the cancellation. So say you've done somebody's cancellation, they're leaving with you, you can plan their cancellation so you don't forget about it when it comes time. And they have tap and pay now. Have you seen that?
I love that.
How
I love
good.
that.
That's so good for in-person coaches.
Especially casual posing and stuff like that.
Yeah, all of that sort of stuff. So you got in-person people, boom, they can tap their phone to your phone, which I thought was really cool.
Nui's marketing is amazing.
Kill it, hey.
Right.
They do
How
really
do they come
well.
up with that stuff?
Yeah. The only other thing that I would say in general terms of systems update is if you haven't checked out the Google Calendar scheduler, definitely check out that. Instead, it's like in lieu of using Calendly, which is a free option if you use Google Drive and Google Calendar. There are just limitations with extra things you can do unless you do pay for a higher tier of like your Google Workspace. But that is all of my app updates that I have. Nice little one for you, and keep an eye out for HubFit and Everfit because they've got new features coming, both around nutrition. No, not both around nutrition. I don't know what HubFit is. They just said it's going to be really good.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out. We're on their radar now, so we'll see it.
They will message me. But yeah, I think this is just going to be like a nice short little sweet one, right?
Little updates. I don't think there's anything else. MailerLite has updated though.
Have they?
Yeah, like the user interface has updated.
Okay.
The biggest update, Canva. Shocking.
My God. Okay, so Canva's not really on my radar.
No, but Canva is shocking.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't like change, but I don't mind it. But
I don't like that you click a design and then you have to choose to pop it out. Like, I hate that.
everything's everywhere.
I don't like it.
Everything's everywhere, and it's just...
Oh my God, actually, no one else will literally care about this in the world, but Zapier had an update. Like, their selections now. I put it in the group chat and everyone was like, happy for you.
When I say I don't understand what you're talking about, but yay.
I was like, guys, Zapier had an update. I'm really excited about it. Everyone was like, cool story, man.
Actually, Squarespace had an update too.
Did they?
Yeah, they've got like this starter info pack now. So you know how like typically when you go onto the website, you have to like look through to try and find where to put the branding and fonts and things. Like, very confusing. Can be a little bit confusing. I've had to do it when the girls are off. It's actually got like starter pack. It's welcome, upload your branding.
Cool.
Like, oh yeah, it's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so
amazing.
Quick, short session.
Yeah.
Got nothing else to add.
No. Thank you so
else,
much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, if you do have any apps that you want us to check out, or if you're an app yourself and you want us to look at it or review it or audit it, send it through.
Send it through.
Send it through. I'll happily look at it.
Send it through to us. We are the judges. Our little
coming down gavel.
Cool gavel. But yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.